Did it happen? Did it not happen? Elon's very excited. The fact that president is excited. He talked about it during the inauguration. How much has your position changed?
Oh, well, I've always known that both stories are incorrect. All right. So this is the master of how these counterintelligence games are played. So my uncle worked for Northrop Grumman his whole life and was on the team that designed that lunar module that landed. And he had no knowledge of this kind of skullduggery. He was an aerospace engineer and a project manager it was Grumman, became Northrop Grumman. And but I got to know a number of astronauts, Apollo astronauts. What's more important, and this sets the stage for this, Pat, is that if you go to our whistleblower collection, and it's in here, some of it, but on our website, it's the full interview, a man named Carl Wolf, very credible man. He was at Langley Air Force Base at a National Security Agency relay station. And a piece of equipment broke, and he was brought in to fix it. And it was a compartmented area that he had never been allowed in, but they needed this fix. So he goes in. Two things that stand out in his interview. One, the operating center was almost like a international UN. There were people in there speaking various languages. This was on a U.S. Air Force base, and this is in '68. Now, what were they doing? They were looking at the early digital images from the lunar orbiter. So the lunar orbiter is what went around the moon and was mapping it, right, prior to the landing. In those images, he saw them with his own eyes, and I've heard other accounts, were man-made, ancient and modern structures that were already there, sort of in the area between the light and dark, sort of in that area. And he said they were very clear, crystal clear. I've heard this from other people. So what I understand is that when we were going to land, they knew there was a fair chance that if we landed, we may not be alone, and that might be seen by 500 million or 1 billion people, whatever it was, in '69 during the lunar landing.